David Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So today I went down and did a medical and a drug test for this fucking job that I'm doing, that I'm maybe doing because I've still got the police check to go. I don't know what's going to come up on that. That could be a deal breaker. I don't know. The last thing I did, the mushroom thing where I got arrested on the mushrooms, that was about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. Maybe that was 11 years ago. I don't know. I forget. But that was the last thing. Well, not the last thing I got arrested for. I got arrested in Perth during Perth Fringe Comedy Festival. But before that, I think it was 2008 when I got charged with assaulting the police officer. 2008, so how long's that? 16 years ago. Surely they can't hold me to the fucking fire for that. Just a little bit of a fucking misunderstanding between me and the boys in blue. 16 years ago, that can't hold you back, can it? A little bit of a disagreement about where I should be standing. Where I should be standing after being kicked out of the Courthouse Hotel in Taylor Square. Smoking a dart. Would you like to move on, sir? No, I wouldn't, Constable. No, I wouldn't. Surely they can't hold you to the fucking fire for something so small. It was just a little scuffle. Nothing to report here. So we'll see. We'll see what fucking jumps out on the paper. Everything's a long time ago now, but who knows? Who knows what their policies are? I was even a little bit worried about the fucking medical checkup because I fucking have let myself go a little bit and it was very, very fucking obvious I have when I jumped on the scales and I was 87 kilos. 87 fucking kilos. Before I broke my rib, I was 79 kilos. That's an 8 kilo difference. I thought maybe I'd put on 5 kilos. I thought, well, last time I checked, I was sitting on 84 and I was like, oh, that's manageable. An extra 3 kilos. So that's like 20 pounds, I think. 20 fucking pounds. And it's not muscle. I can tell you that right now. It's all sitting around my left and right hip and a bit of my gut. I need to fucking sort that out. I've been thinking about it. I can't fucking let myself go during this job because the fucking tendency is when you're tired just to fucking do the easiest thing. So I have to make like being healthy the easiest thing to do. Like wake up in the morning, have a protein shake. That's it. Fuck it. No coffee in the morning because by the time I fucking hit like 5, 6 o'clock, I'm just dead. Completely fucked. So it's going to have to be like green tea or yerba mate. I'm going to have to get back on it. And then just throughout the day, if I'm going to snack, it has to be protein. You know what I mean? Like if I even begin to let myself go, it's fucking going to be real hard to pull back. Plus, I don't know when I'm going to get fucking time to exercise now. I'm going to have to buy a few things and have them at home and just fucking do what I can. Fuck, this is going to be real fucking temporary. Real temp. I really don't know if I will pass the police check. I think it's 50-50. But I did an interview, a Zoom interview yesterday for another job. And it was meant to be, I don't know, some fucking road crew or some shit. And then they're like, no, you don't have enough experience for that. We've got another position you might be interested in. They're like, it's laboring, clearing out drains. And I'm like, oh yeah, what does that involve? They're like, well, you get a CCTV camera and you put it in these big drains and you see where the blockages are. And then you go down there, you hop into the drain yourself and start spraying it. Jet spraying the blockages and clearing it out. Then something else. You put something else in there later and that's pretty much it. And she's like, how does that sound to you? And I'm like, what kind of water drains are you talking about? And she's like, mainly stormwater ones, but yeah, sometimes sewerage ones. I'm like, like, all right, how much money are you offering for this position? And she told me, and it was way down, way down. I would not even roll out of fucking bed for that much money. You couldn't get me out of bed for that much money. It was significantly less than the easier job that I'm trying to get now. Significantly. And I'm like, look, that's not going to be my cup of tea. I can tell you that right now. And she's like, thanks for your honesty. She's like, how much would you do that for? And I'm like, look, you'd have to get a lot more money than that to get me down there. And so she parted ways. And then she called back like 3 hours later and she's like, actually, we've got another position. We were looking at your experience and we've got a position where we need a crane operator if you would like to think about that. And I'm like, yeah, I could be interested in operating cranes again. And she gave me a per hour rate and it's still less than this other job. So I'm just fucking hoping the police check goes through. I can just fucking whack out this fucking debt and then I can be back to Boyle, back to my old self. I've really been thinking about it and I think this is going to be a really good reality check. I feel like I've needed one. I feel like I've let things slip a little bit. I'm definitely not making the best use of my time at the moment. And maybe you could say I'm in a little bit of a funk, but not mentally or spiritually, just motivationally. Yeah. So it will be good. I feel like going back to work for a little bit, hating it after like 2 weeks, and then pushing through the hate, the horror, the despair. I've done it before. I've done worse than this. This is going to be a cakewalk compared to fucking working in the hospital in my brown hat, an hour drive away from where I lived for fucking like $22 an hour while my wife and my newborn son were in India. That was hell. But I needed to clear the credit cards that time as well. We basically credit carded our wedding. So it could be a new lease on life. Once I'm done with this stint, it will be motivation. It'll be like, all right, let's fucking go, refocus. What do I want to do that I haven't had the time to do? What am I yearning for? What's the thing I'm thinking about the most while I'm working? What's my urge? That's the good thing. That's a good place to be, really. I remember before I stopped working last time, when I was cooked in the cranes and I was just completely fucked, I was like, I need to focus on comedy. I need to focus on the podcast. I need to get my body right. Everything needs to be fucking sorted. Now, this time, I've got an opportunity to do it again. I can clear the credit cards. I can free up my time. I can refocus. It's good. I fucking do not want to do it, but it's good. Nothing's good or bad, but sometimes you just have to do some shit. Anyway, the Degeni Diaries came out last night. We had the fucking wild man from Southern California on, Justin Ben Scota. He had the fucking crazy fucking fucked up Friday the other week where he just went on a tear with a few of his mates, got busted by the cops. Fucking one of his mates ended up ratting on him. It was a great fucking fucked up Friday. It was 4 years, 352 days. Go check it out. And if you want to fucking listen to that Degeni Diaries, he tells a fucking another great story. It was actually the cliffhanger of the fucked up Friday where he said a couple of dudes at a T-ball game hit his car. So that's a great Degeni Diaries. I'm fucking loving the Degeni Diaries. You cunts are fucking cool to talk to. Jump on the Patreon if you want to get involved. The link is at boylecomedy.com. I'll see you over there and I'll see you the fuck later.